Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Demi Bernice. I make videos about videos, freelancing, and digital marketing. So today I will be setting up for my video recording. Today is one of those days in the month. We're not talking about period. We're talking about my weekly video recording sessions every single month, and that would be my backlog for the next month. And I thought it would be nice if I'm going to take you through. I set up a mini studio, or basically the place where I sit on my throne and talk about things on my talking head videos. I have here a couple of things before we start. I will be using this as a camera at this time. This is my phone with a super cheap tripod that I bought for $3. I can't use my DSLR right now as a sample because apparently I am using it to film this while I'm talking to you. And of course, we will be utilizing this specific space in this hotel room. We have one light. We have the reflector if we're ever going to be using it. I already highly doubt that we are ever going to use it, but you know, I'm just introducing you the stuff. Some backup lights. These are my small lights that I keep on talking about in my videos. These are on-the-door lights. You can use them as a daylight, tungsten, and RGB colors, which is fun. Usually my talking head videos are super simple. I just place a chair, some accent light if I can, just make sure the light is sufficient so that we're not going to have a hard time editing it in post-production with my two awesome video editors. So yeah. Now let's start the process, with the first thing being finding a space in the room for you to film. So usually I pick the corners of the room because I love curtains. It's aesthetically pleasing, especially if you're in a hotel. If you do not have any sort of like sufficient light, the best ever light that is out there that costs $0 would be daylight. Except, especially if you're filming around 10 to 12 noon or 12 to 1, the lighting changes. Especially if you're here in the Philippines or any tropical country or some state of that sort wherein there's really harsh sun, especially during noon, then it's gonna change into a little bit of like orangey, probably 6,000 Kelvin, kind of like that light, you know, like super bright and hot. Also during 3 p.m. it's gonna go down to like 3,000 Kelvin. It's more orangey, like orange. I think that the best times to film when you're using a daylight as your main source of light would be in the mornings. Like right now I'm filming in the morning. I'm not using any sort of light except this light right here. Right? That's my only source of light. So it's all in here. I don't have a light in front of my face. So, which is nice already if you're going to look at it, but you can still improve that because this part of my face is dark. We don't want it to be a chessboard unless we are looking forward to having that kind of film where it elicits more of like dark and different type of emotion. But since we're just using it for videos like this, then we don't want that to happen. Okay, so I'm already choosing that specific corner right there, but the problem is there is that couch and there's a lamp. I want this chair to move to that curtain over there because I want the curtain to be in the shot. Okay, that's not gonna work. How are we gonna solve this problem? Because the couch is not movable. It's heavy AF. So it's either this chair. Can I move this? It's movable. Use that. But we're not going to use this as the place where I'll be sitting. We're gonna change to a better chair. So a smaller one, because this is going to be in the shot and I don't want for them to be the same. Again, it's not aesthetically pleasing. I cannot even understand, or I cannot even explain to you as much. How do I know if it's aesthetically pleasing or not? It's kind of like painting. You cannot teach someone how to paint. It kind of like just gets into you. Same thing with design. I could teach you all the Photoshop tutorials and how to do that, but if you do not have an eye on it, then it's like nothing's gonna happen. So that's basically what I'm doing in here. It's my eye for design that is helping me identify which chair would be nice, kind of like interior, basically. If you want your video to have more depth, to look more professional, I said depth, not death, just to confirm. If you want your video to have more depth, which would make it crispier and more professional looking, you don't want to just put a chair behind a wall, white wall, regardless what color it is, and sit there and just film a video like that. Make sure there are other things around the shot to create depth and to emphasize you as the subject. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I don't want the same chair with the same print as this couch to be beside it, because it would only tell the person that it's a pair. Psychologically, this person would say, okay, that's like the other part of the couch, or the set, the sala set is what Filipinos would say. And I don't want to do that because I want this chair to be the focal point. And I can't move this couch, it's gonna be in the shot. So I have no other option but to choose a different chair, so that this chair would disintegrate from this. You know, it's like you would get a perspective that these two chairs are different and I'm using this. That's also one thing of how you can create depth on your videos, is to disintegrate items from one another so that there's dimension, there's depth. I'm gonna be using this as an accent light, so you can already see where this is going. Push it forward. Okay, so this is how it should look like in your phone. I'll be sitting in that orange chair with some parts of the couch being in the shot. That is okay because we don't have any other option, but that's already good. My only problem is the light that's coming out from this window. What we could do is, even just a white curtain can change a lot, but it's still super bright, right? And it's against the light, but we're not shooting there, we're shooting here. So this is what it's going to look like. I could lower the tripod better, or I could move forward here so that it's like 3 inches up my head. So there you can start to see things coming together. This is going to be the accent light, like just, you know, ambient lighting. Looks really nice. And you can also see geometrical shapes, or like this rectangle here by the curtain that is making everything look better. This part of my face is still dark. This one is so bright. So what we're gonna do is use the reflector to bounce it, or close it, not so much, like a little. Now it's so dark, we can balance it out with another light. Turning on this light, that actually looks good, except without my glasses. That looks good. I'm going to adjust my ISO a little. Okay, 200. That was ISO 250 earlier, now it's ISO 200. Lights are good. This one is not disturbing, I hope not, but if we're gonna try to close it in full, that looks fine. It's a little bit bothering me. Wait, okay, so the other part of the curtain is out of the shot. It's still bothering me. I know you don't get it. I get it. I just want things to be pretty. Now we lack light. We lack more light. There's so much light coming into my face. There's no light, so I'm just gonna put it open. Let's keep it that way, shall we? Ta-da! I guess this looks good. What is your opinion? On a scale of 1 to 10, how does this look like? I really want something to happen in here, but I don't know what. Okay, so I think this one is way better. It's not really huge. There's enough light coming in on my face. I can also increase the light if I want, but I'm really brown anyway. This one looks awesome to me. I don't know if it satisfies you or not, but there's already enough depth behind my back. So you can see there, it's a little bit blurry. We have the accent light. There's enough light coming in from the window. and light coming in here.